So we're finally here. It's finally time to create your 2024 digital vision board with me. By the time we finish creating our digital vision board, we're going to have a vertical layout of your vision board. So that could be the home screen on your phone. And then the second layout will be a horizontal presentation so that you can put it on, maybe it goes on your iPad screen or your desktop screen, or maybe you even print it out. But making sure that you have it in these couple different layouts makes it easier to keep your vision board in front of you. It's so important for your goal to stay top of mind. We've done all the precepts and now it's finally, are you excited? I'm excited. So let's jump in. So as I said before, if you believe that putting pretty pictures on your vision board is enough to manifest the life that you want to live, then I hope you have been joining me for this whole series because I'm not only giving you how to create your digital vision board, I'm also giving you all the pre-steps that you need to do to plan well, to know exactly what you're going to put on your vision board and to make sure that you're actually building the life that you want. Plus, after this video, I still have some bonus post videos to help you make sure that you take action after you've built this vision board, because it takes more than just building the vision board to actually get to the success, to get to the lifestyle that you want to live. So this is all about creating a vision board that really works. And we're finally here. So good morning from sunny Long Beach, California. I've been workationing here for the last week while I hang out with some friends and catch up. And it's been a great time. So for a second, let's just take in that sunshine because it's beautiful today. If you happen to be new here and you're like, I don't know why you're in California, or I don't even know who you are. Hey, I'm Rashida. I am a coach for workaholic corporate professionals and entrepreneurs, and specifically Black women who are tired of being burnt out and want to create a work less, live more lifestyle. It's all about getting to this place where, yes, we work hard, but let's live hard. Let's live free in the midst of that. So on this channel, I talk about letting go of workaholism, practical ways to create a softer life that you want. And I show you how to do it in a practical way using vision to help you redefine success. Also, I'm going to talk about all the different passions that this life self freedom gives me. So, all the things that I love, like eating good food, traveling, and being intentional about my physical wellness. Those are other things that I'll share on this channel as well. So, if all of that sounds good to you, I would love for you to take a moment to like this video. Make sure you leave me a comment and then also subscribe so that you can get the videos as they come out. And I would love to be in community with you. So make sure, go ahead, stop. Okay, do that right now. Do that right now. All right. So this amazing life that I get to live where I can workation in Long Beach or in India for that matter, any and everywhere around the world without having to ask for a day off. I didn't just create this by putting pretty pictures on a vision board. I had to do quite a few steps beforehand of planning and then these follow-up steps. These things together have allowed me to create this lifestyle freedom. And this is the exact process that I used to create my vision board. And step one, we created or evolved our 10-year vision map because we're using that as a compass, as the direction to where we want to take our lives. All right. But then in step two, we review what we did last year in our 2023 goals that took us in the direction of our 10-year vision map because we wanted to take a moment to celebrate our wins, learn from our mistakes, and then be strategic about how we're going to move forward in 2024. With that information in hand, then in step three, we created our 2024 goals, building on what we did last year and taking into account the future that we're building. Now it's time to put all of that on our vision board. So real quick, I want to do a shout out to Steph Faze. She made a vision board tutorial series too, and it was really good. So I'm really excited to share my perspective and my spin on creating a vision board and the steps that I do before and after, because I've seen it help so many of my life coaching clients, and I'm sure that it's going to help you too. Jumping in, there's a couple apps that we're going to use during the tutorial. We're going to talk about Canva, Pinterest, and we're also just going to use a good old Google search. All right. So step number one, we're going to get into research. Now, remember, research is not just based on pulling things out of thin air. The research is based on all the things that we have done up until this point. So, because we've done our 10-year vision map and we know the theme that we want to accomplish or the main thing that we want to accomplish in the next 10 years in every area of our life. And then we also have the review from our 2023 goals, and we built on both our 10-year vision and our 2023 goals to create our 2024 goals, where we have the theme for the year and also our primary goal and our secondary goal. Now we're using all of that information to go search for pictures that are going to help us visualize all of the things that we say we want for our lives. Because now it's going to keep the visualization of what success looks like for all of these things we're working towards front and center. So there's a couple different options where you can search for images. On one hand, there is going on to Pinterest and just putting in some keywords and looking for pictures that really speak to you and then downloading them from Pinterest. And then the other option is to go and just use a straight up Google search and put in some long tail keywords. For example, something like Black women who are succeeding, and find some pictures that way. And then my personal favorite is to use Canva, because when you go into Canva, I find that you find more pictures that are maybe not used as often. And that is especially true if you happen to have a paid version. And I find it completely worth the money to pay for Canva for the year. I, I get some great pictures, and there's some other great options to use AI options to generate images on your own, specifically based on what you want. And so there's a lot of great options to pull out pictures, but we're going to be doing all of this digitally. Now, here's the one caveat that I have for this. You want to pick pictures that are easy for you to place yourself in them. So you either want to pick pictures where it's like you've taken the pictures, it's like your point of view, or you want to pick pictures that it's easy to visualize yourself in them. And some people go as far as removing the black background and dropping themselves in the pictures. I'm going to let you decide how far you want to go. But the other thing too is you can just get some inspiration for some pictures and stage some of these pictures and then take pictures and put them on your vision board that way. And the reason we're doing this is because the more that we take pictures and put ourselves, the more that we have pictures that visualize us or embody us being in our success, the more that our brain already believes that we are in those places, and we start to manifest it that way. So make sure that you're spending that time to figure out how you want to put yourself in your visualization, or how you want to put yourself in your vision board, rather than just pulling pictures from online and, random pictures that you find. So as I said, my favorite place to pull pictures is from Canva. And the way that I do that is I go over to the element section, and once I get there, I just go up into the top search bar, and you can put some really long tail keywords in there. So you could put something like Black women taking a bite, or you can do, what's another one? Black woman, Black hands married, increase Black women more money. So you can put in different things that are more like phrases. And Canva is really good at bringing up images that might work for you in that way. So I like to pull those pictures. And what I'm doing here is that I am storing the images that I like, because I'm not ready to drop them into my document yet. So I'm storing them because it's putting them in a folder so that when I'm ready to start putting them into my Canva document, all the pictures that I like will already be together. So this is why I'm doing this. That's how I'm doing my research. Now, the other thing that you can do to create images is when you come into Canva, you click elements and you scroll down, and there is an option that says AI image generator. When you click on that, there's an option that says generate your own. And when you do that, you can click photo, you can click filmic, whatever you want, whatever style of photo image that you want. And then those same long tail keywords that you were using to search for images, you could put that here in this description box and tell Canva that's the kind of image that you want. And it will create some images for you. So then you can pull those images and use them in your vision board as well. So when the image options open up, the way that you're going to save them is that you click it, it's going to insert it in the document, and that's what's going to put it in your upload folder. But you don't have to place it yet because we're just in this research phase. So this is just about finding your images at the moment. So once you've found all of your images, whether you did a Google search, found them on Pinterest, or used the couple options that I showed you in Canva, now it's time to create your vision board. So the first step that you're going to do with that is you're going to go to the home page of Canva and you're going to put in vertical vision board. Now, I like to start with the vertical vision board because it is the layout that I'm going to use the most because I want it to be on my phone. So I want to start with that layout because I know it's the one that I want to be the prettiest and the one that I want to see the most often. Then once I get done with that, then I'm going to go back and create the horizontal presentation version because that's the version that I'm going to put on the front page of my iPad or my desktop. Okay, so now that we're at the home page and we went into templates and we put in vertical vision board, there are some great options here for you to pick from. Now, rather than going ahead and using the first template that you find, I suggest that you take a second and star some of the templates that speak to you because there might be multiple templates that you really like, but you're not really sure which one you're ready to use yet. And that's how I feel usually. So what I do is I come in and I hover over the top right-hand corner of a template that I like, and that shows an option for you to star it. So then once you star it, it lets you know that it put it into that board and you'll be able to see all of these starred images that you researched, but also the starred templates that you researched in this one location on the side of your screen. So take a second to find a couple templates that you know you like. Now that you've chosen a couple templates that you know you like, I want you to come up to the Creative Design button and click it. And then we're going to click Instagram Story. So once you get here, now you have a blank document. And now we want to go back and get the start images and the start templates that we pulled from before. So the way that you're going to do that, on the left-hand side, you're going to scroll down to projects. When you click on projects, it's going to say all designs, folder images. I want you to scroll down and you're going to see a list of folders, and the first folder should be starred. When you click on star, you're going to see the different images and the different template layouts that you've already chosen. So from that, you can click through and see, now that you've chosen a couple different options, see them separate from everything else. You could choose a template that feels good for you. So once you choose a template, then you're going to click on it. It's going to be in your document, and now you have a starting place. So from there, you're going to drag and drop all the images that you liked, whether it was images that you uploaded into Canva from Pinterest or your Google search, or even pictures of yourself. You can upload all of those into Pinterest and drag and drop them into these different frames. And then from there, once you have those pictures dragged and dropped in there, the next thing that I like to do is I like to put my goals directly on my vision board. So I like to make sure I pick a vision board that's a little on the simple side so that when I put the words on there, I can still read it without feeling a little bit too overwhelmed. Now, again, I like a really simple vision board. So this is just one way to do it. I want you to pick something. The sky is the limit. Pick whatever works for you. So once you have that layout all filled up, you've put your images in, you've put your theme for the year, you've put your goals that you're working on. And when I say goals, I'm saying you put your primary goal and the sub goals that you're going to do to accomplish that overall primary goal, in addition to some pictures, images, and text around your secondary goal. So you've got all of that on this vision board. And then from there, now we're going to copy this document and resize it so that we can recreate it as a horizontal document as well. So once you're all finished with that, the way that we're going to do that, we're going to come up to the top left-hand corner. We're going to click resize and magic switch. Now, I believe this is a paid feature, so you might not be able to do this. And there is a longer version hack to it. All right. So if you're on the paid version of Canva, all you have to do is simply go up to the top left-hand corner and click resize and magic switch. And that is going to allow you to choose another document size and then with one switch, with one click, it's going to resize the document and drop everything and put everything that you just created in this document in there. So from here, you would do search resize options. You would type in presentation. And when you see presentation come up, you would click the checkbox and click continue. When you do that, it's going to give you, it's going to set it up a little bit, and then the copy and resize button is going to light up. You just click copy and resize, and it's going to create that new document for you. Now, if you're on the free version, you're not going to be able to do that. It's a couple more steps, but it's super easy. Here, I'll walk you through it. So you are going to go back to your homepage. You're going to go back to that create a design button. And when you do that, this time you're going to click presentation as the option. So when you click presentation, it's going to open up a blank document. And what you'll do next is you will go down to projects on the left-hand side, and your recent designs are going to show up on that left-hand side in the sidebar. They're going to click on the collage that you created before, and it's going to drop the document that you created into this new layout. Now, when you do that, the images and things are not going to work quite the same, but don't worry. Regardless, at this point, regardless of whether it copied and resized for you or you had to copy and resize it manually, you're still going to have to move the images around because it's going to be in the same shape and dimensions of the longer vertical layout compared to what we actually need it to be. So a lot of people would say, oh, just spend some time resizing the different images. I find that to be a lot of work. So instead, here's what I like to do. I go back over to the left-hand side in the new horizontal document. I click design. And when I go back to design, I just put in Vision Board 2024. So I'm actually looking for a new template by searching for Vision Board 2024 over on that left-hand side. Now, because I'm in a different layout, it's going to give me different options to choose from. And so I'm going to scroll through the options that it's showing me now, and I'm going to choose something that's similar to what I chose for my vertical one so that it'll have the same kind of feel regardless of whether it's horizontal or vertical. So to do that, sometimes it might bring up an option that looks similar, but it's not quite there. One of the tricks that I love to do with Canva is that when you get it started, so like once you click one template option, for example, under Vision Board 2024, I'm going to click one that looks a little bit more collagey. And once I do that, it's going to show me some other options that are similar to that. Now, if you're having a hard time finding one that you really like, I suggest go back to the home screen and search for templates that you like, store them, and then bring them in. That's part of the reason why I like to do it that way, because it doesn't limit the kind of templates that I choose. So once I find a template that I like, I add another page in the document. So I have the first page that has the layout from my vertical vision board that I created. And then I have a second page that's just a clean page. When I click on the new template, I put it into the second page, and then I make it super easy. All the images that are in the frames on the first page, I right-click, I detach the images from the frame, and then I take them off the first page and I put them on the second page and drop them into a new frame in the new layout. Because now with the new layout, I don't have to figure out how the images are going to stack up. All I have to do is drag and drop the image, and it makes it a lot easier to make it pretty because I already have a format that I like. So I'm going to detach all the images from the vertical layout and drop all of those images into the horizontal layout and have all of the frames filled. Then once I do that, all of the text that I created on the vertical image, I'm going to cut that from the first page and I'm going to paste it on the second page. And then that is a little bit easier to resize and place in different places and to be able to make it pretty and have a similar feel to what I originally had on my vision board the first time. So once I have all of that done, now I have two similar versions of my vision board and they're in two different layouts. The vertical layout is going to be perfect to put on my screen and even share on my stories, to put in my highlights or wherever I want to show any vertical content, whether I'm sharing it with you guys are sharing it with me, or whether I'm leaving it on my phone to remind myself of the goals and vision that I'm working on this year. And then the other version, the horizontal presentation version, is going to be great to save to my iPad, to my desktop, to print out and put on the wall. There's multiple places that I can put that layout that is going to feel really good to me. So now we've created the two layouts that we have for our digital vision board. Congratulations, you created your digital vision board. Step 3 is to go ahead and decide where we're going to post it. So if you're going to post it on your phone, you are going to come into Canva. You're going to go to the share button. And when you click share, there's going to be a download option. Click the arrow that's pointed to the right. And from there, you're going to choose a PNG. So you're going to scroll. If you have multiple pages in that document, maybe you didn't go back and delete the pages you don't need. Make sure that you choose only the page that you need, then press done. And then once you click done, you can click download. And that's going to download the image to your computer. You'll want to do that both in the file where it's the vertical vision board, and you want to do it again in the file where it's the horizontal vision board. Then once you have both of those, you want to send the correct image to the correct location. So if you downloaded it on your computer, then you need to airdrop or text or get the image from your computer to your phone. And then the second image, if it's already on your computer, then you can just save it to your desktop. So depending on whether you're on a PC or a Mac, 9 times out of 10, you're going to right click and say, use it as a wallpaper. Or for Mac, you're going to go over to the photos, click the up button and say use as a wallpaper. And then you're going to decide if you want it to be both screens or just one screen. So now you just posted your vision board in 2 places where it's going to stay top of mind, completely visible to you all the time to continue to remind you of what you're working on this year and the different goals that you need to accomplish to help you get to that place. Get excited. Let's celebrate. You just completed your 2024 vision board. After 4 steps, you have finally did it, and that is worth celebrating. So I hope you're celebrating too. So most people would assume that this is going to be the last video in the series, but they are completely wrong. You just set up the foundation and put yourself in a great place to be able to do a quantum leap, but now it takes action. So how are you going to break down the things that you've put onto your vision board into action that you're going to do every day? Well, that's exactly what this next video is about. In step 5, I'm going to help you create life systems to do daily action, consistent action towards accomplishing the goals that you just put on your vision board. Now, this is the next part that's really going to make your vision board work. You've got your vision board, you did all the precepts to make sure your vision board was well thought out, had a lot of clarity, a lot of intentionality, and good strategy. Now it's time to put all of that into action. So this is a video that you don't want to miss. If you haven't already done so, make sure you take a second to like this video. Go ahead and subscribe so the internal notification so that you can get the next video. And then I would love for you to share with anybody else, regardless of whether they've created their vision board or not. This is a great way to reset. This is a great way to recalibrate your life. This is a great way to take the vision board that you probably only had pictures on and take it to the next level. This year is going to be your best year because you're creating so much clarity with these steps. So go ahead and share it to other people as well. So let's do a recap of all the things we've done so far. Today, we finally created your vision board, and that is crazy exciting. I'm so excited for all of us, okay? We used our 10-year vision map that we created in step number 1. We used our 2023 annual review that we did in step number 2. We used our 2024 theme for the year and our primary and secondary goal that we created in step number 3. And we brought all of that together on this amazing vision board that we created today. We pulled out images that specifically empower and specifically embody the success that we want to see happen in our lives. We inserted ourselves in it and we put our goals on it. And then we posted that vision board on our phone, on our computer screen, on our wall, on all the places that we're going to see it on a regular basis to keep us connected to the vision that we are working to accomplish. And in next week's video, I'm going to show you how to take those goals and break them down into daily action that's going to snowball into all of the results that you want to see happen. Okay, this has been a great time. I'm so glad and I'm so proud of you for all the progress that you've made. Get excited. Next week, we're going to actually move into action. So get rested up. I can't wait to see you next week. Thank you so much for watching.
Wait, if you happen to still be watching, I've got a bonus for you. So I woke up this morning and I was finishing the editing on this video. And as I looked at my vision board on both my phone, my computer screen, and my iPad, I felt like there was a lot going on in that space and I wanted to simplify it. But I also wanted to keep the vision board that I created because I actually really loved it. It's been a beautiful evolution, and I know that I'm going to use it. I just didn't want to have so many visualizations on my screens. So what I decided to do was I went into Canva, and actually it sparked because I was doing some journaling this morning. I could see and I'm feeling and talking about and journaling about what I'm manifesting for the year. And it brought me back to the theme of my vision board. And I wanted to make that the most prominent thing that I wanted to see on my screens. So I made a cover for that manifestation journal because what I wrote this morning, I want to take some time and write that every single day over the next year until I see all of those things manifest. So I created a simple version of what my theme looks like, and I made that the cover of my journal in my iPad app. Okay. So this is what the cover looks like. It has my 2024 vision board, my theme, which is evolve, and then I'm naming it my manifestation journal. Now, in addition to that, I went on and I created the same cover for my iPhone so that now my iPhone has this very simple, beautiful primary goal, knowing that this is what I want to focus on over the year. And I'm going to be looking at this as my primary goal throughout the whole year. And then I recreated that same thing as a cover for my iPad, and I created it again for my home screen on my laptop. So I haven't actually put the one for my home screen on my laptop up yet. So I'm going to show you how I did that. So I come to the share button, I click download, and then I'm going to download it. Pretty simple. That's going to download it into a folder on my computer. So I'm going to save it here. I know it's in my downloads file, show in Finder, so that I can see it. I now have it here, system settings. I'm going to come down to wallpaper. And right now it's the Los Angeles beach, which is amazing. I just came from there. I want that to stay as my screensaver, so I'm going to keep that. But I want to choose the image that I just created. So I'm going to click choose and then come to downloads. And I'm going to the Evolve presentation that I just created. And that's now going to be my home screen. So that's going to show on all spaces. I want it to be this one here. I don't want it to rotate. And then I'm going to go back and make sure it keeps my screensaver because I love that Long Beach screensaver. And now I can close it. So now I have my home screen as well. Oops, I got all of these things on the side. So, if that sounds like it's a good fit for you, you really want to refine what you have on your vision board and just keep your main primary goal front and center, then put that here. Then the next thing I did with that is in GoodNotes is the app that I use for my writing and journaling and things like that. So this morning, once I created the cover for that manifestation journal, then I decided to go ahead and put my vision board there. And so this is where my life systems are going to come in, because I am going to create a practice where I revisit my vision board every month, and definitely at minimum every quarter. And so it's going to be in my manifestation journal. So now this is the cover of my manifestation journal, and then my vision board is the second page. And then, as I said, the part that I wrote and journaled about this morning that I want to continue to manifest in my life are these next pages. And so every day I'm going to date this, add a new page, and rewrite the manifestation that I'm creating in my life, in addition to using my life systems to continue to build it, knowing that those things together are the secret sauce. They are the magic that's going to make things happen. In addition to keeping my heart open to what Jesus and the universe want to give me above and beyond that as well. So I just figured I'd give you a quick little bonus at the end of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to check me out next week.